Hello and welcome to the GBC Productions channel. This is episode 69. In this video, I will be fixing an electric range. This one's a Kenmore. What's going on with this one is, no matter what setting you put it on, even on low, it goes full beans. No matter where you have it set, and that tells me this temperature control is shot. I have the new part. Here's the part number. I already have the power turned off, so I'm going to take this stove out and then I'll start taking it apart. To remove this stove, there are two straps. There's a screw on each side, and of course the electrical. I'll take the two screws out and I'll undo the electrical and I'll be back. I have the stove out now. I just have to take the screws off around the top here to remove the glass. I'm going to do that off camera and then I'll set up a tripod. Alright, so the glass is off. To get it off, all I had to do was take out the screws that I showed and pull off the knobs, and then the glass just lifted right off. Now there's two screws at each end here, and this whole assembly for all the controls should come out. I'm doing the back two right now, so I'm out of frame. Then I'll come around and do the front two. And now this whole thing should lift right out. So here's the new switch. It's a little bit different than the old one. This switch is probably about 20 years newer. I do have a schematic here. I'm going to study this to try to figure out which wire goes where. I'll be back in a moment after I figure out which way this should be oriented and how to hook it up. Alright, so I've looked at the diagram and the switch is labeled. It's also labeled on the old one, it's just very hard to see. And I wrote the wiring colors down on the diagram. L2 is red with the white stripe. H1 is blue with the black stripe. L1 is black. P is going to purple. H2 is teal. So we're going to put this in facing this way. Then we'll just hook up the wires to the proper terminals. I need to go get a tool to get these wires off. I'll be back in just a moment. I'm just going to use my screwdriver to pop all these wires off. Now all the wires are disconnected. I'm going to flip this over. And I have a couple screws here to remove. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Now I'll just get a Phillips head screwdriver and take out these two screws. And there is our old switch. I was thinking of popping this open and taking a look inside, but there really wasn't much to see once I got in there. Now I have the new switch installed, I just have to hook up the wires. On the new switch, H2 is labeled as HC. So the blue with black hooks up right here. Now this next one is H1, and according to my diagram is teal, and that's this wire. Now L1 is down here. That's the black wire. Now L1 doesn't quite want to reach. Alright, I'm back. I tried putting the switch in backwards and putting it back the right way, and I was able to feed some excess wire from over here just by loosening it from the tape and pulling it along. Now I'm in good shape to hook it up. So again, the black wire goes to L1. L2 is our red with white. Now we're back up here where H1 is blue with black, which is this wire. And H2 or HC should be the teal wire. And P, which is down here, should be our purple wire. Okay, things are a little tangled up here. I'm gonna have to reorganize. I'm back, I've rerouted everything. I just have this purple wire to hook up. Now with that hooked up, I just have to put this whole assembly back in place and put the 4 screws in. I'm going to go ahead and put this thing back together and reinstall it, and then I'll turn the camera back on. Alright, it's back together and back installed. I turned the circuit breaker back on, nothing went bang, no magic smoke. Let's turn it on. Put it on low, we have the small burner setting. I'll switch to full size. You can see it's cycling, which is what it's supposed to do. I'm going to turn it up. The full burner turns on. We'll just have to wait for the hot surface light to light up. I'll turn it up some more. The hot surface light lit up. Everything looks good. It's cycling like it's supposed to. Don't forget to subscribe for more, mash that like button, and comment below. Until next time, this is Uncle D from GBC Productions, signing off.